Let's turn on some light there so you can see top of the morning, top of the morning. Happy Saturday. You guys know what to do. Hit the like button. Go ahead and share your wins for the week. It's your girl, Rockstar Rochelle. Welcome to this amazing community of like minded women who are heart centered and just want to see you thrive and win in this world, okay? We're all about sending the positivity. Lord knows we need so much in life. So we want to make sure that you get a little bit right here every weekend. Every weekend right here in this community. Okay, sorry. So go ahead, know what to do. If you're here, go ahead, comment. You're here. Comment. Where are you at, doll? It is 44 degrees here in Northern California. It's Saturday, March. It's the second month of second Saturday of March. I can't believe it. Just time. Like I said, time is our number one currency. If you're new here, I say that constantly because it's true, right? You can never make more of it. Can't make less of it in a sense, right? Let me see here. What is that? Okay. And while we're waiting on that, let's work on this month's. Gosh, come on, computer. Don't fail me now. There we go. I'm just going to stop scrolling between, tabs here. Good morning, Gwen. Good morning, Steve. Good morning, Stephanie. Good morning, Angie. How are you, friends? Okay. While we wait for more of our friends to come in, you know what to do. This month, we're working on drinking more water, 64 ounces minimum. If that's like a lofty goal, let's just get started. You guys get to pick how much you want a day, but make sure that you increase that every day because the whole goal is by the end of the month to get to 64 ounces. If 64 ounces is like, yeah, it's doable, but I struggle, here to encourage you. And then also if 64 ounces is not your total goal, because your total goal should be half of your weight in ounces, let's get to it. Okay, so while y'all coming in, let's sip away. Callie, I love this, like sipping through March while our friends come in. You give this big like, and don't ever forget, share your big wins. Okay, I'm going to share some of my wins. This week I got an award, and I got some books that I'm going to be reading. All right, so go ahead and share who's going to be the first one while I sip away here. I'm telling you, like, I feel like one of my most favorite things in the morning is drinking this water because I wake up with such a parched mouth, and it's just like so refreshing, especially like on Saturday. Like, I don't care. This is evidence that I'm drinking good water. On Saturdays when like my mouth, like in the morning, I wake up early and then I got to start talking. So it's just like, okay, Rochelle, let's get some fluids in you. Right? Okay. All right, let's see here. And I apologize if I'm laggy. Like I said, it's the weather here in Northern California. We've been having some rain for the past few days, so it could be like the whole internet connection. So if you hear me, give me a thumbs up while I'm like striking a pose and voguing here. That way I could continue to talk, even though my my picture is just a little off. Okay. All right, any wins? And also tells me like you guys are okay on the other side if I see some chat. But before I do that, let's go ahead and share some of my wins this week. What else? I don't even. Every day is a win, honestly, or at least I try to make every day a win. I know for sure this Saturday or today in a couple hours, my daughter's going to be volunteering. I feel like as a parent, that is a win. When you're serving your community from the heart. Uh, Granted, it is one of her requirements for her to graduate. She's for graduate elementary school. She has to give so many hours for the year. And so she's going to be working with the parish, our church. I think they have like a St. Patrick's Day. I want to see. They have a St. Patrick's Day dinner tonight. So she's going to help with the setup. That's what they're doing. I remember. Good morning, Tara. You made it. Yes, girlfriend. That's a win, right? So that's a win for like a mom parent. Let's see here. Oh, I had an amazing business chat on Thursday with a virtual bestie who whatchamacallit, she's gonna set up like a whole bunch of my systems in the back. One thing that I'm learning about myself when it comes to business is, the behind the scenes, the back end, the task. I'm finding it that I don't have effective systems and I need to improve it. I've been long improving it. And you guys have witnessed some of that stuff. Like I had the texting. Sometimes I did like newsletters when I was consistent, but I did that for a little bit. I think I went like year 3, 4 of 31. Like I was sending out monthly ones. Let's see here in terms of systems, my Google form for you guys to connect with me off YouTube, like that was like a system. However, like the systems don't communicate with each other, and it's just like I get the Google form and then I have to reach out to you guys individually. So on the back end, it was a lot of task, and so as I grew, like there's almost like 5,000 of you guys. I got 4,000 here, like 20,000 on Instagram, and like 2,000. We got to work on Facebook. On Facebook. So can you just imagine like the inboxes? So I was just like I was having a hard time keeping up, and you know me, if you've ever connected with me offline, it's like I respond to you like within 24 hours, if not with that moment or within an hour. And the fact that I was having so much time gap in between, I did not like that. So so I had a great call on Thursday. She has this new system. We're gonna try it out. Um, let's see here, and then oh, I had a work meeting on Monday. That was good in terms of nursing. And then I'm going to show you my win here for my personal nursing. And then let's see. Yeah, I think that's it. Personal. Oh, weight wise, I do need to work on, being consistent in terms of working out. Like now that I don't have my trainer anymore, again, accountability is a huge thing. But good thing this month for March, we're working on water. So if you're in the free group, um, comment join if you're not in there. Most of you guys are in there already. We're working on the water intake, and then next month we are going to be working on moving your body for at least 10 minutes. Okay, Kathy B. Good morning, Kathy. Did you change your profile pic? It looks different, or it's just a different give. It's just different. Yeah, everyone, give us a big like. There's 9 of you guys. I need at least there's two likes. Let me give myself a like. Let me get 3. Any wins? Sure wins. See, I noticed you. Okay, okay. Okay. Thank you. That was fast. Okay, so let's go ahead and share some things I'm working on. Where's my award? Okay, so I one thing is I'm trying to get back to is as a teenager, I loved to read. Specifically Sweet Valley High. That was like my series that I was really into, you know, um, with the twins, Elizabeth and Jessica Wakefield. And as I got into adulthood, we did a lot of reading in high school and then a lot of reading in college. Although college, I was a biology major, so it wasn't like fun reading anymore. It was like reading to learn. Um, but I love to read and became a mom. And it's literally like this. Oh no, last year when mom passed, I took some time away from work and I got back into reading. And that was something again through something that's some hardship. I found a silver lining, and so I found that I want to go back to reading. And I finished my first series that I've been holding on to for like the longest time. This is water, okay? I know, guys. I was so parched. And so I want to share with you the books that I'm going to be reading and hopefully to inspire you guys to go back to something that you truly enjoy as a kid. Good morning, Rosalba, all the way from Chicago, Illinois. Gwen, her biggest win, she says, I went on vacation to Mexico and I lost 4 pounds. Okay, since being back, I had way too much fun. Okay, you lost 4 pounds because you were having fun. Like what? Like that's a win, first of all. But how do we? Is that some first? Let's back it up. Is that something you want to continue? Right? because I'm not too sure in terms of like in terms of weight. Like, do you want to lose the weight, or you're happy with your weight, or like are you trying to gain weight? So, um, first and foremost, is that something you wanted to do? But I'm thinking it is because you are here sharing with us. And if it is, like, what did you do? Like, what was it? Maybe it was more walking. Maybe it was more mindful of, what you were eating. I know when we go on vacations, we do all these excursions and we're like more active, right? Roselba, feel free to share with you, share with me, share your ones with me, or with the community as I talk about the three things. My pillars are health, wealth, and mindset. Um, in terms of and like personal growth in terms of my family. So these are the three books that I'm going to feed my brain, right? um because we're always growing. So first, for my soul, this is like my mind, body, and soul. Let's do that. For my soul, I'm reading The Women. The Women was actually passed on to me by one of my coworkers, which is a book. Again, one thing I love about books, I'm a physical book. Give me a one if you're still into physical books. Give me a two if you've like adapted to like Kindle or some kind of audio, right? Oh my gosh, Callie B, Jesus, Mary and Joseph. I swear to God, we are like two peas in a pod. Um, I gained weight on vacation. I lost some since back by walking. Amen, sister. Okay. I am always, call me old school, but I love the physical touch. I love the smell. I love the flip of a book. Okay. Um, I tried a digital book. Honestly, the last time I was on any downtime was when I was on maternity leave with Rosalie, and I at that time, like, digital ebooks were, like, cool, so I read a series while on maternity on my iPad. I read what was that? 50 Shades of Grey on maternity leave. I was really into that, with all the hormones and all that stuff, but, it was good at that time because that's what I needed, but I love a good old book, right? So for the soul, the women, if you're looking for something for a soul, especially if you're a nurse, if you have a nursing friend that loves to read, the women, so far I'm like a third into it. And it's not about like it's a story about heroism, how women can be hero during World War II. And it's about this young girl who decides to, you know, embrace like what's going on in the world. I think at that time it was at Vietnam War. So she decided to randomly like, okay, I'm going to become a nurse, and then I'm going to be a nurse uh, in the war, right through the army. So a little bit of the military, a little bit of nursing, a lot of like women empowerment. So that one is for the soul, right? Rosalba, a win for me is starting back on my Peloton. Hey, and starting to drink more water. I want to focus back on my health. Amen, sister. Again, comment join if you want to get on the community. If you're looking for it, it's called the 1% Better Club. Okay, because we're just trying to be 1% better than the day before, right? Nothing too loft, like that goal's not too huge where we can't get to it. And then, but the goal is progress, right? Summertime, float in the pool with a book. Amen, sister. Yes, right. That's a two, right? Over the summer last year, that's when I read my series. So the series that I finished last year while on maternity leave and over summer was uh I can't believe I'm blanking out right now. Crazy Rich Asians. Okay, that's like one of my top 5 favorite movies. And not because I'm biased, right? But just the colors, the flair, the attitude, also a little bit of like the mindset of Asian people, where uh, we're always like mentally pushing the borders, in fashion, in life. And so it was just interesting to see that movie come out, and I needed to know what happened. So I read the series over the summer, and I finally finished it this year because I went back to work and all that stuff. So The Women is a good book, okay, for the soul. Now for health, I'm reading Atomic Habits. This is one of those books. Like, give me a one if you've heard this book. It's been one of those um, books that you can address in many things in life, not just I came across this book because of business, right? Um, but I really want to apply it to my personal health, my personal goals. Okay. I know there's one influencer on Instagram. She actually read the Atomic Habits and she applies it to motherhood. So it's all about making these small improvements. Oh my gosh, in life, and just applying it to whatever you're working on, right? So remarkable changes and remarkable results, an easy and proven way to build good habits and break bad ones. Okay, so that's for health. This is my health. Let me see. It's packed with evidence based self improvement strategies. So these are the tools, right? Habit breaking is really hard, especially when you don't have the tools. I know in life, people are like, do it for 90 days and then it becomes a habit. But to be honest, like if you don't enjoy that task, like it's so easy to default to what you feel comfortable. And I mean, that's what the whole health industry is. It's like it's up and down because we try. I'm guilty of it. We try and then we reach our goal, like with my gal, like I did my 6 weeks, I lost 10 inches, and then I'm done with her. And it's like it's so easy to get back to what I was doing before. So, Atomic Habits, if you want to apply it in life, in business, in your mental space, like this is one that I'm reading for like my um, heart, body, and soul. No, my body. That's what I'm doing. Mind, body, and soul, girls. I'm like totally deviating. And gentlemen, so Atomic Habits is for body. For my mind, we are doing the 4 hour work week. So the 4 hour work week is something that in business, this is definitely for business. So it's the whole concept of living life, right? This is the new, like, join the new rich. And when I say the new rich, I'm not talking about like monetary. I want to be the next billionaire, but it's kind of like an example. Like, I'm trying to live that example. Like, I'm not waiting till retirement to enjoy life. Like, literally, I'm in my 40s. This is like the best years of my life in terms of physical health. And I'm not going to wait till I'm 60 to like see the world because Lord knows, we hear it all the time when people retire, and I see it all the time. When people retire, that's the one thing things pop up, right, in terms of their health. And that's something we can't get back is health and wealth, right? Health and time. And so this book is showing you how to make use of your time wisely so that you can enjoy time, and give you ideas on how to create money while working less. I know that sounds, you just have to dive into this. It's like, like I'm not there yet to the point where I can teach it, but I promise you I will be because it's like it's all about escaping the 9 to 5, live anywhere, and join the new rich. So my story is I do not want to escape the 9 to 5. Like I love my job. I love nursing. However, I don't want to feel forced to have to work 40 hours. Like I literally work 24 hours a week, Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays, and I love that. How can I keep that and be able to live in California? I'm in the 50% tax bracket. So it's just like, how can I make more time, like not make more money in exchange for time, but how can I use time more wisely so that I'm actually living and enjoying this beautiful home I live in, like the weather, my children, make time for them. So it's just give me a 1 if you've heard of this book. Or give me a 2 if you're going to add it to your next to your next book list. So it's the new rich is how to oh gosh, I should have highlighted it. It's about like using time and money. It's not just about money. It's not this one transaction, but it's about using time effectively so that you're building money or using the money that you have wisely. So it's not about being a millionaire, but it's like, okay, if I make $50,000, but I'm living in on the beach, because I'm like I've set up these things to allow me to do that. Like that's the new rich, right? The new rich is experiencing life, um, and focusing on what we bring joy. Okay. Anyway, so one of the concepts that I do truly embrace about this is, how they chop up retirement. Like why group it all towards the end in our 60s, after our 60s. Like, instead, let's break it up, So, like, I didn't think I was doing this, but I was already doing this. So I work the 3 months that the kids are off, like, I barely work. So we night that, yes, right? One of these, right? One of them is for the month I want to do a book. I don't want necessarily do a whole book club. Just because, I mean, I don't know, that might be on the future. Maybe Callie, if you want to lead that, that'd be great. I would join that. But these are the four books, or the three books I'm going to be reading through in the next couple months. Maybe for the rest, like, honestly, I'm like on a roll here. Um, but like I was just saying with the retirement, it's just I didn't know I was doing this because I watched my parents, work, work, work. I say I love my childhood and I loved what my parents did for me, but I barely saw them because they worked so hard to put me and my siblings through private school and through college. Because that was their ultimate goal. Both of them was to live comfortably. When I say comfortably, like, have the basics needs, but then always have extra just in case, something happens, right? That was their goal, to live comfortably, and also for all three of us to go to college and to be self-sufficient. And then I don't know what, I forget what my dad's third one. I think one of his goal was to be a millionaire. In a sense of like all his investments in stocks, which he and his third one, all his kids to go to college, to be a millionaire. I think that was one of them, and then to get a college degree or to get some kind of degree. He managed to get two of the three things. He never got a degree. Even though now I tell him, like, you're retired, dad. Go to the local, like, all schools are online. You can get this degree. But so what I was just saying, like, now I didn't know I was realizing I was doing that. And it's all based on seeing it as a kid, not from this book. That I did not want to do what my parents did, was work, 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 did not see their kids. And then now they're in this retired life. They managed to retire at 62, 60, 61, 62. They would go to Europe. They did all these trips, but they would say like they couldn't enjoy it as much, or they wanted to go see much because, the aches and the pains. They had to work around their doctor's appointments, to make these trips. And then, as you saw last year, like, their quality of life, like I said, we only live, us Americans live to 78, 80, 80 for women, 75, 78 for men. You know, my mom passed at 78. So it's just like, if I retire at 62, that gives me what, a good 12 years. And those are not even like the best years. My best years are now. So what I've been doing is like I work um so this month and next month I will work full time, meaning 40 hours, so that the next 3 months while the kids are on vacation, like, I'm literally not working as much. I'll work like maybe 8 to 16 hours a week. Because we'll be traveling. Like, we're going to be going to Yosemite. We're going to be going to Orlando, back to Orlando, and then we're going to San Diego for a business conference. So those are like the three trips. We're probably going to add one more, but I didn't realize I was already doing that with this 44-hour work week, right? By my parents investing in me and in my education. It's all about leveraging time and money. As a nurse, not only is it a steady job in demand, but it's the skills that I've gained. I could take that anywhere. So if we want to get up and go and live to Australia, I could take my skills and live our life out there. So again, thank you, mom and dad, for allowing me to dive into that. Yes, you wanted me to become a doctor, but I love what I do. Lori says, good morning. She's never heard of any of those books, but she's like, now you know. She says it's 61 degrees out there. Oh my gosh, get to 70 out there in Michigan. That is crazy. It's going to be up to, it's 44 right now and 58 here. And we are gloomy here. So I'm assuming like the gloominess is headed towards the east. Okay. All right. And then so those are what I'm doing for here. And then I'm going to share with you my first big win. It took me 19 years to get this. Okay. Pay attention. Pay attention, friends. And if you're a nurse or if you have a nurse friend, this is the best way to compliment them. Your girl got a Daisy Award. Okay. A Daisy Award is like the Oscars of nursing. So, my biggest tip, I'm gonna make a video of this. If you ever wanna compliment a nurse, if you ever wanna shout out a nurse, whoever's cared for yourself, for a family member, nominate them for a Daisy Award. All hospitals have this. I wanna say majority of hospitals have this, and it's our like it's our like it's our like award specifically for nurses, and as you can see, it's for extraordinary nurses. And when you see a nurse with a daisy on her badge, that means she is an exceptional nurse. So see, oh, big congrats! Totally well deserved. We went above and beyond. So a Daisy Award, if you ever want to compliment a nurse, you nominate her for a Daisy Award. Okay, we get this. We get acknowledged by our bosses. We get acknowledged by, so my hospital knows I have a Daisy Award, and so it's you know, we get little thing here, right? It says in deep appreciation of all you do, who you are, and incredibly meaningful difference you make in the lives of so many. So I was nominated. I didn't win the Daisy Award, but I was nominated, and even that's a huge one to be nominated. So we get this, and and then we get a little hearsay of like why we got this. So I'm gonna read it to you. Um, my 70 okay, trigger, this might be a little triggering, if you, have health. Okay, just gotta put it out there. So if you want to just skip this forward. So my dad's 73 years old. This is from the person so I guess it's a daughter or son who wrote this on my behalf, said, "My dad, 7-year-old dad was here for a mass biopsy for cancer diagnosis." Because that's where I work in. I work in interventional radiology, where we do a lot of diagnosis and then cardiac catheterization. So if you ever have a heart attack or a blockage or looking to meaning put a stent, that's where you'll find me. Okay. So my dad, 73-year-old dad, was here for a mass biopsy for cancer diagnosis. Rochelle was able to do his blood draw to prevent my dad from being poked again. My dad has been hating coming to the hospital due to getting IVs or getting labs draw, because once you get the diagnosis or they're looking into it, you guys know, like, you're getting poked, right? They're trying to figure this out in the good way, right? The good reason is they're trying to figure out, but unfortunately you have to go through all this, right? She also was able to reduce my stress load of taking him to the lab, or taking him to the lab. New diagnosis with cancer is very overwhelming, and she put "very" in capitals, and it is, right? I truly appreciate the act of compassion and kindness from Rochelle and her department. So I know I've shared with you guys this before, like my superpower as a nurse. Not only when I made now that I'm a Daisy Award nominee, like, not only am I a great nurse, I mean, I knew that, but it's nice to be acknowledged by somebody else and then also acknowledged by my hospital. But I am great with IV sticks. Granted, yesterday was not my day, and I felt bad for that poor kid. But I'm really good with IV sticks, and when someone is a difficult IV access person, I will, like, if they have lab draws, like, imagine, like, I had to get an IV in, and then all of a sudden, like, you have to go to lab to go get stuck again by somebody, and you're gonna be poked and poked and poked and poked. Like, Lord knows those people get poked multiple times. And then when they can't go get in lab, when they don't get them, then they call a nurse to stick them. So um, I was like, you know what? Like, I'm good at what I do. Like, yeah, let me go the extra step and do this for you, because you know, guys, almost so much stuff, right? Good morning, Ellen. Thank you guys. I shared during the episode like the three books that's serving my mind, body, and soul. My mind, this is for like my business mindset on how to create a life you live by leveraging time and money. My body, atomic habits, how to to create what is his tagline? It says uh, building good habits and breaking old ones. So this is tiny changes and remarkable results. Okay, and then for the soul, the women again, World War II, military, and nursing, all in like good, and the storylines are really good so far. You know, um, so far it's no love story, which is fine. I don't need that, but it's also good to see books where, as where the leading role is a woman, and she's not in it because of some breakup. She's falling in love, and all that stuff. She's truly trying to find herself as a woman and how she can show up as a woman hero, because all her siblings, all the males, were really look up to because they were military and they went to this war, and so her family looked up to the men and so she was like, well, why can't that be me? So she signed up to go to the army so that she could be on the wall of heroes in their family. So really good, right? And then of course, my personal win, biggest win, is I got it nominated for a Daisy Award. So again, if you want to compliment a nurse who's ever taken care of you, or in the biggest way, is to nominate her for a Daisy Award. And don't get me wrong, like any appreciation is great, but if you want to go above and beyond, that's the way to do it. I've gotten letters that people have sent to the department or to my manager. Those letters are great, and then we end up getting the letters, but I don't honestly, I don't know what they do with the letters. I don't know if it gets into our file or whatnot, but at least with this, like I can take this to any hospital and everybody knows what a Daisy Award is, because most hospitals have Daisy Awards. So, um, all right, friends, let's go ahead and wrap it up. What are some of the things you'll be working on this week? Let's get you going, talking about little habits. I want you to put it out there into the world. The week is not over. So if there's something that you continually are trying to work on, you still have today and tomorrow. Okay. If you haven't started, that's okay. But make it 1% better, right? We're the 1% better club. For the 1% better club, we are still working on a hydration, getting 64 ounces of water, good quality water for me, specifically with my Kangen water. And next month, we'll be working on moving your body for at least 10 minutes a day. Okay. If, like I said, if you want to join in the club, comment join. Rosalba, I'll get you in there. And then, or search me on Facebook, the 1% Better Club. Literally, 1% Better Club. Like, so good. We just try to be 1% better than who we are today, right? Let me see. Lori says, oh, thank you, Lori, for always the tagline. I always forget that. Right. I'll continue to share on socials. We're going to be volunteering today. I'm going to hang out with my brother and sister for dinner. Tomorrow, we're going to be focusing on Jonah's mission project. He's in fourth grade. In California, in fourth grade, we talk about the missions that are throughout the West Coast, I want to say, or the missions in because this is what kind of helped define um, California, because there was like missions all the way up north, and these are where the people would stop and pray and congregate. You know, so that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to go to our closest mission. We're going to do a report on that. That's his report. All right, y'all. Continue to stay blessed. Right? God is not done with you. You got this. Um, until you believe and feel confident in yourself, take mine. I believe you. I have confidence in you in every aspect, because you like you're amazing. Okay, if no one's told you, again, thousands of people before you had to come together to make the one you, right? So feel that, feel the empowerment, and be inspired by that, because it's just like there's only one you. Like, my gosh, that's right. Like, so let's make this the best version of you, right? So be bold, be strong, be true, and believe, my friends. You'll have a beautiful, blessed weekend. I'll see you guys in the socials, Instagram, Facebook, and more, as I share socials and all this fun stuff that I'm doing. Okay, so have a beautiful, blessed weekend, y'all. And let me see. Lori's typing, typing, typing. I'm waiting on you, Lori. Always enjoy your weekend, Ellen. It's always good to see your beautiful face on socials. I'm glad you're slowly coming back. Let's send Ellen some love, right? I know she's going through some. Ellen, just sending you some love, or anybody else who needs some extra love, because lifing is hard right now, and um, having the right people around you, like, it helps, honestly, right? Remove the toxicity. All about positivity. We remove. Okay, toodaloo for now. That's what I say at work. Toodaloo. Ta ta for now. Bye.